All right, so unfortunately, um, my footage got deleted, all of it for the fourth quarter, and it was really good. Yeah, but fortunately, I had some technical difficulties, and it was not saved after I got done recording. So I lost it forever. It's gone forever. I'm really sorry, guys. I'll just have to do better next week for the so you can get four quarter reactions. I feel like um, everything that could went wrong did go wrong, but unfortunately, I lost all that footage. So yeah, I won't be reacting to a game. Basically, I'm just gonna do a recap. The 4th and 1 situation in the first quarter, we were able to get another chance at that 4th and 1, and not only did we get the 1 yard line, which I know we could get, which I knew we could get, but we also had a touchdown. And at that point in the game, I knew it was over. Even at the beginning of the game, I already knew the game was over, but not unless we played like we did in the first quarter. But nonetheless, it was a good win. This is going to be brief. It was a good win, all in all. Offense did good. And this is just overall. This ain't throughout the game. This is just overall. Overall, our defense did good. Our offense did good. The coaches, even though I disagreed with some of the play calling, they did a good job too, calling the game and picking out plays and all that. And yeah, I mean, we were fortunate enough to get a redemption on that 4th and 1. So once we, I already knew that we was gonna win, but like once we got that 4th and 1 and the touchdown in the fourth, then that's when I knew, right? That was the final nail in the coffin, right there. That play right there, and I was really excited. Fortunately, our team woke up in the fourth and in the third. A little bit slow in the second. Definitely terrible off to start, but we finished strong and we got the dub. That's the most important thing. We won. We showed Washington why we are the number 1 team in the nation, why we are the defending national champions. We showed them. Washington was not winning this game. They took the L. They have their first loss of the season. We're 4-0. We're undefeated. Now, we won 24-6. Now, some people may look at that. Well, ain't you supposed to be the number 1 team in the country? Surely you beat Washington, an unranked team, more than that. Well, just hit your brakes there for a second, all right? And I just want you to think. Okay? Washington did not score one single touchdown against our defense. And Washington was at home. And they couldn't get one touchdown. So, yeah, a little bit of rough start for our defense. But eventually, Ryan Day was able to coach those guys up during halftime and get them on the field and ready to go for the third and fourth quarter. So, yeah, 24-6, take that any day. It's a W. In the end, a win is a win. That is a win. No matter if it's 1 point win, it's still a win. So, we're not perfect. We still got problems, as we saw in this game, that we need fixed. But luckily, during practice next week, we're able to fix those problems and get a whole lot better. And we're just going to continue to get better and better and better, like I've said before, every single game. We are the best team in college football. I don't know how else to say it, but we are. Absolutely. We're number 1 for a reason. We're going to retain our title. Couldn't be happier with the offense. Couldn't be happier overall with the defense. Started rough. Started terrible. Yes. But we all pulled it together and we came out strong to stop Washington on their home turf from scoring any touchdowns. That's huge for our defense. And also, I'm happy that we were able to get the experience of we face some adversity going into a hostile environment. I like the away games versus the home games more because of these reasons. You got adversity you have to overcome, a hostile territory, hostile crowd, and just the experience for future games down the road that we have still. I mean, it's still a long season, but yeah, I couldn't be happier with the team. I'm really proud to be a Buckeye fan right now. Was I nervous? No, I was not nervous. I was frustrated, really, to tell you the truth. I mean, I always knew we was going to win, but I was just frustrated at the way we was played, especially that first half, until our offense started cooking, and then our defense woke up, and Ryan Day was really acting like he was really interested in the game. So, yeah, so far, so good for the offense, defense, special teams. They did their thing. I'm trying to see if I remember anything else from the fourth that happened. Other than that, we got redemption on that 4th and 1. And I believe that's it. Just really proud of the team, We got the dub. We showed Washington why we're number 1. Tell them, Brutus. We let Washington know. Washington found out why we are ranked number 1. And next week, we will continue to be number 1. We're 4-0. Undefeated. The national champs. I don't know what happened to Washington. But, I mean, they weren't winning anyway. So we was able to come together in that fourth quarter and just absolutely shut it down. We was able to run out the clock by just continue to run the football. They couldn't stop us running the football at all. We was just getting through the gaps. We was punching really big holes and everything. And, yeah, I mean, we're not a perfect team. We still got some, like I said, issues that we need to fix, obviously. But, during practice, we'll go over that in the film. I'm sure they will. And we'll just continue to get better and better. Every single game, we get more experience. Sane did a good job controlling the football. He made good reads. He didn't make any big, huge mistakes. Yeah, I'm happy that he's our quarterback. I see why they picked the guy. So I'm happy with that as well. It's just a good time to be a Buckeye fan. You know what I'm saying? We were able to do what we can do because the reason why I'm so critical on my team is because, there's a standard at Ohio State up here to win every single game. And if we don't play our best, I'm going to let it be known because I know the potential that my team has. And if you're wondering whose my team is, I mean, come on. I don't think I can make it more black and white than that. But, we can fix our mistakes and get a whole lot better. And we have expectation at Ohio State win every single game. And so, hopefully, we will do that. But if I don't feel like we're playing to our standards, which is like way up here, yeah, I'm going to criticize my team. Because that's my team. I know we can play better. But luckily, in the late third quarter or even the third quarter and the fourth quarter especially, we was able to rally and get the jitterbugs off of us. Our first major away game this season so far. So I guess the boys was just a little bit nervous. But luckily we was all pulled together. The offensive play caller did a good job, even though I disagree with some of the plays. The coaches did a good job. Offense, defense, special teams did their thing. Offense was cooking. Once we got that touchdown in the fourth quarter, it was Gio. I knew there was no hope for Washington left, even though I already knew they weren't going to win the game. Probably already said that, but I'm just saying it again. Because I'm trying to think over what all I said in the fourth quarter. But, since that footage got deleted, I have to do better, guys, and I will do better. Next week, you're getting all 4 quarters. I can promise you that. I don't care if I have to steal one of their laptop. Okay, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that, guys. Don't worry. okay? But I will guarantee you that you will get all 4 quarters of my reactions to the game. And that footage was like 50 minutes long almost. So I know I'm probably missing out something. As soon as I close the video, I'm going to be like, oh man, I wanted to say this about this. But I think I said, so overall, the entire game, I'd say we did pretty good. No, we did do good. We got the W, we got the dub. We showed Washington why we're number 1. And we play, just overall, we did a good job. The whole entire team, down to the coaches even. And rough start, yes. We're not a perfect team. We still got issues to figure out, but we'll get that all fixed in every single game. And this was such good experience for our players to be able to face adversity and to continue to just, regroup and focus on actually just winning the game. So, yeah, I'm happy. I'm proud of my team. Proud of my team. Did a heck of a job this game right here. So, yeah, I'm really happy for us, for our team, going undefeated. I'm trying to remember what else I wanted to say here, so just bear with me. I think that's it for our game. Yeah, it's just going to be on to the next one. On to the next game, We got to put this behind us now. We're moving on to our next opponent. We're still undefeated. We're still number 1. We're still the defending national champions. Whole team, overall, we did a good job. Yeah. So I'm happy. It's a good day if you're a Buckeye fan. Washington fans thought they was going to be rushing the field, but we ain't allowing that. Not around here, buddy. Not when you're playing us. But we'll see who our next opponent is here next week. I'm not sure. I don't really know our schedule, but you know what? We're just gonna keep on getting better and better. And now, since I talked about that, I think I covered everything I wanted to talk about our game first. I think so. I'm probably going to leave something out, so just know that you guys will get the 4th quarter reaction next week. I'm sorry this happened. This wasn't the plan, obviously, but, stuff happens. I don't know how else to say. When life gives you lemonade, make apple pie. Am I right? Oh, okay, yeah, I'm right. But, yeah, so I think that's all I want to say for our game in the 4th quarter now. And I was talking about the Alabama versus Georgia game and the Penn State versus Oregon game, I believe, in the 4th quarter. But so I just want to touch on those games right now. I think Georgia will beat Alabama. But again, I don't have no dog in the fight, so I don't really care who wins that game. I'm just picking who I think is going to win that game. I think Georgia is going to win the game just because, I don't know. I just picked Georgia to win. They are home, so they got that advantage. But, currently that game's happening as I'm filming this. And it's 24 Alabama to 14 Georgia. And Georgia's undefeated. Georgia's ranked 5, and Alabama's ranked 17. So 24 to 14. I still think Georgia's going to win. I said that before. I know that in my 4th quarter reaction. So I'm just putting that out there now into the universe that Georgia is going to win. If they don't win, I don't really care. Don't really care for either team, to be honest. I'm just picking a winner in that game. But, it's still a good game nonetheless. And also Penn State and Oregon. Now, Penn State is a tough team. You're going to have to earn a game against them. And this is probably Penn State's only chance to win against a top team. Because they are going to play us, but they're not going to beat us. But they are going to play us. And they're going to give us their best shot, yeah. But, it's hard to win, especially in a whiteout. And I think this may be Oregon's first game in a whiteout. I'm not completely 100% sure on that, but I don't think Oregon's going to win the game. And plus, I just have more respect for Penn State. I don't like either team. I just have more respect for Penn State versus Oregon. And I hope that Oregon makes the Big Ten Championship, and I hope that we do too. And if we don't get to play them in the Big Ten Championship, I hope that we get to play them in the national championship game or the playoffs. That'd be really nice. Just have them in the first playoff and just be able to kick their butt. So those are my two picks for that game. Going back to our game, I'm really happy. And there's a bunch of other games on too that were really good this week. But I'm going back to our game. I'm happy. I'm proud of our team. They did a good job overall. 24-6. Take that all day. That's a W. And again, they did not get one touchdown against our defense. So shout out to our defense for dropping the hammer eventually, either in the beginning of the third quarter or late in the third quarter. But they needed some time to wake up. But luckily they got their stuff together. And our offense was cooking in the second quarter. That's when they started to cook. They even put a little tiny sprinkle of salt in there. Just for the extra flavor. And Washington didn't have no answer. I knew they was going to lose. I think the whole world knew that they was going to lose. But, we're still undefeated. We took the W. They're taking the L of their first loss of the season. And I think that's it. I know I rambled on about more things. I'm sorry, guys, again. You guys will get 4 quarters next week, I promise. I'm not going to let the mistake that happened today happen again. Because now I know, right? I'm just figuring this stuff out. So, I accidentally lost the footage. But it is what it is. And I think that's everything. I'm trying to make sure I go over everything. We got the redemption on the 4th and 1. We was basically running the ball out, running the clock, which is what we should do, and we was just getting a bunch of big holes, and Washington couldn't stop us at that point. I knew it was officially GO, game over, when we got that 4th and 1 touchdown. And I'm so happy that we was able to redeem ourselves from that terrible 4th and 1 in the first quarter, man. Ooh. But luckily I spoke it into the universe, I think, because we did get another shot of actually getting that 4th and 1. So, plus the touchdown. So, couldn't be happier with Jeremiah Smith. That dude's going to be in New York. Mark my words. Mark my words. He's going to be there. And everybody else on the team, offense, defense, overall, Obviously, we still got some stuff to work out, but we're only going to get better as the season goes on. And we got the dub, 24-6. No upset today, Washington. No upset today. And right now I may do a fourth quarter reaction to the Oregon and Penn State game. I don't know, but it's 3-3, so defense is showing up in that game. Again, I think Penn State will win. I just have more respect for Penn State than I do Oregon. But I don't like either team, obviously. I just have more respect for Penn State because at least when you play Penn State, you're going to have to earn it. So that's what I think about that game. But if Oregon wins, whatever. Don't mean anything to me. At all. But I'm trying to think, is there anything else I wanted to say before I end the video that I didn't say that I said in that reaction? I don't think so. I think I said everything. I know there's going to be something, though. I'm going to be like, darn it, I wanted to say this. And mind you, that was like 50 minutes of footage. Gone. Just gone. It's probably up in the clouds somewhere. I'm sure somebody can find it, but I can't find it. I looked. I tried. You live and you learn and you live. And you learn and you live. Yeah. That sounds about right. The refs too. The refs were flag happy that entire game, but whatever. It's college football, Um, I think that's it. Man, I don't want to leave because I don't want to end the video because I know if I do, I'm going to be like, dang, man, I wanted to say this. But I am happy with my team. I'm happy with the Ohio State Buckeyes. I'm happy with our team if you're an Ohio State fan. If you're a Washington fan watching this, then, you know, I don't really know what to say to you. I mean, what, you want a cookie? You want a slice of pie? I don't know. You thought you was going to get the upset, but no. We showed Washington why we are the number one team in the nation. Okay, we showed them. Again, it's only 24-6, but we stopped their team from scoring on their own field by getting no touchdown. We completely shut down. We shut down their offense after getting going. So, yeah, pretty dang happy with that. Take that W all day. Again, a win is a win. That is a win. And that was a W. And we're undefeated, and we're moving on to the next one. And that's what we're doing, man. This is why we're the best team in college football. I'm so happy that our team was able to get this experience under their belt because I like away games more than home games because away games you face more difficulty versus home games. And you just do. Those are just the facts. And so going forward, you know, our players have that experience now of facing adversity and tough opponents. Well, not average opponents, whatever, but I'm saying like playing in a hostile environment for later down in the playoffs, especially if we have to go play a away game. So, and again, long season ahead. Yeah. I think that's it. Just happy for the team. Overall, did a good job. The coaching staff did a good job. Offense, defense, special teams. I'm probably just repeating myself at this point, but I'm just trying to make sure I don't leave. I really don't because I know that's just exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to turn this off and be like, oh, man, I really wanted to say this. And I totally forgot to say it. Yeah, we ran the ball in the fourth, you know, just to run out the clock. Yeah, I don't really think I have anything else to add. I think that was everything I was talking about in the fourth. Maybe more in detail because that footage is 50 minutes long. But I don't know if I can find it. I doubt it though because I already looked. But I mean, maybe I'll look again. Maybe I just missed something or something. Maybe it's still there somewhere. I don't know. Maybe it'll come back magically, and then I'll just delete this video and I'll put up that video. But don't count on that because it's probably gone. And again, next week you guys will get all 4 quarters. This ain't gonna happen again. So. I might do a fourth quarter reaction to some of these games that are happening right now. I don't know for sure, but so far Penn State and Oregon tied, and that's a pretty good defensive game. If you're a defense person, you know, if you like defense, that's definitely the game for you. And then the Alabama-Georgia, they're at halftime. Alabama's winning 24-14. They're about to come back from the half, though, I believe. So, I'm trying to make this video at least 30 minutes. Why? So then I can be like, well, I only lost 20 minutes of footage. Yay. But Ryan Day, you know, he's a coach that you hate to love. That's my perspective. That's my perspective of Ryan Day, our coach. He's a coach that you hate to love, but you love him anyway. That's how I feel about him. I hate to love him. I don't know if that makes sense. If you're a Ohio State fan, maybe that makes sense because let's face it, Michigan. I mean, oh no, I just said that name. I mean, the team up north is Ryan Day's like kryptonite for whatever reason. I don't know why, but hopefully we can get over that hurdle this season. I vowed to never use that name again, and I just used it. I'm referencing that to the team up north. But, yeah, overall, pretty happy with the team. Proud of the team. They fought hard. Slow start, terrible start, but we got it together, and we did our job. We didn't play to our... We played to our standard. If we played like we did in the fourth quarter, then we're basically unbeatable. I mean, that's why we're the best team in college football, after all. Which we are the best team in college football. That's not debatable. We proved that fact over time and time and time and time and time again. We proved it over and over again. But, it's always been Ohio versus the world, so what else is new, But just happy we're undefeated, and we're going into next week undefeated. I don't know who our opponent is. I'm pretty sure it might be a home game. I'm not sure, but, yeah, I think that's everything. Sorry, I'm not trying not to talk. I'm trying to think about if I wanted to say anything. But I just know there's going to be that one thing, man. It always happens like that. That's why I'm thinking, but I can't think of anything. I don't want to think too long because then it'll just be silent. A lot of good games on today, though, huh? A lot of good games. Yeah, we take the W. I'm trying to get this video to at least 30 minutes. So now I'm basically just I'm basically just stalling now for like 3 minutes. I'm trying to find the scoreboard so I can talk about another game. I don't know. There's been a lot of close games on today. I believe that Illinois is undefeated. If I said that correctly, I don't know. Where's my phone? Hold on. Let me grab my phone. Let me double check on that. Oh, wait. Right here's my phone. Okay, I don't have to go anywhere. Good. Let's see real quick. Because that actually is kind of surprising. What was it? Illinois won a big game today versus against last week when they lost 63-10. Is Illinois' college football team undefeated? I think they are. No, wait, Indiana. Is the Indiana college football team undefeated? Let's see. Well, who is undefeated? Somebody's undefeated. Now, I'm not talking about Penn State and Oregon State because one of those teams is going to get a loss. But anyway, there was like a graphic that popped up, I remember, in the fourth quarter. And I was talking about that graphic. I can't remember what exactly for. I thought it was for undefeated teams, but it was for something. And I was surprised that I saw Indiana up there. I was like, wow, well, that's surprising. But they're not undefeated, according to Google. So, I don't know. I can't remember what the heck that graphic was. But it was just surprising that Indiana was on that list. And it was a good list, too, by the way. Just putting that out there. A lot of teams went down today. Who, you might ask? I don't know. If you give me a second, I'll tell you. I'm not stalling anymore now. I'm just trying to look up the scoreboard, but I think I might have to go somewhere else to look at it. Can I just get one game on here? No, it keeps putting me in the multi-view. Okay, let's see. Oh, wait, no, go back. Hold on, just bear with me, please. Please, please. I almost got it, guys. I almost got it. Let's see. Scores. Let me see. There was something here. There was a game that I wanted to talk about. No, Florida State. Well, you know what? Let's just go over the final scores that we have, that I see. Again, there's other games going on still. Looks like Memphis beat Florida Atlantic 20-14. That game's almost over. Well, I was gonna. Oh, Arizona State beat TCU. All right, so let's go ahead and let's just do this. Let's go ahead and give a rundown real quick. There's other games on right now, so I can't count those games. All right, right here. All right, so we got the Army-Navy game. That's next week, so that'll be a good game to look out for. Also next week, but you got East Carolina and Army. East Carolina won 28-6. You got Virginia, who upset Florida State Friday, 46-38. TCU 24. Arizona State 27. Houston 27. Oregon State 24. UCF 20. Kansas State 34. USC, Illinois got a big, huge win over USC earlier in the day, 34-32. Shout out to Illinois. That's a big win for their program and for their football program. So shout out to them. Cincinnati took care of business, 37-34 against Kansas. Duke absolutely destroyed Syracuse, 38-3. Notre Dame walked all over Arkansas, 56-13. Rutgers lost 28 to Minnesota, 31. Ohio beat Bowling Green, 35-20. Louisville, Kentucky. That's where I have my family reunions. They beat. That's like a side team I root for. You know, that's just the side team. You know, if they're playing the Buckeyes, of course I root for my Buckeyes. But you know, if they're not playing my Buckeyes, then I'll root for Louisville. Only because that's where I have my family reunion down in Kentucky. So they won their game, 34-27. South Alabama lost to North Texas, 22-36. Georgia Tech pulled off a 1-point victory against Wake Forest. That was a good game. I watched that game as well. That was neck and neck, back and forth all game long. Again, Wake Forest only lost by 1. Utah, Vanderbilt. I think Vanderbilt might be undefeated, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I don't really care if they are, but they won their game 55, Utah State 35. Auburn, Texas A&M game 16-10. Auburn was really close to getting a touchdown, but they weren't able to close it out. Ole Miss beat LSU after the Ole Miss quarterback ran out of bounds to stop the clock, but they decided to go for it on 4th and 3, and they got it, stealing the victory for their team. Baylor destroyed Oklahoma State. They got problems. They just fired their head coach. So I don't know what they're going to do. UCLA lost to Northwestern 14-17. Utah beat West Virginia 48-14. Wow. Rice, Navy. Yeah, Navy. All right, go Navy. Now, I always root for the military teams, too. So, yeah. All right, good job, Navy. They beat Rice 21-13. And California beat Boston College 28-24. Tulane beat Tulsa 31-14. Hawaii beat Air Force 44-35. Tennessee beat Mississippi State 41-34. So there's all the scores, and of course, the best team in college football, baby. We won our game. No upset today. Sorry, Washington fans, you weren't able to rush the field, but it is what it is. You took on the number 1 team. We showed you guys why we are the number 1 team and why we are the Ohio State Buckeyes. 24-6. They did not score a touchdown on their home field. We can talk about the trouble that we had, which was some in the game. Did we play a perfect game? No. Are we a perfect team? No. Do we got problems that we can get better at, that we can work on to get better at? Absolutely. And that's what we're going to do, baby. We're just going to continue to get better and better and better. And that was our game. All right? 24-6. We got the W. It's on to the next one. That's all there is to it. On to the next one. And you guys will see the fourth quarter next week. I promise. And with that, I think that's all I got to say. That's it. I'm really happy, really proud of the team. They did a good job overall. Can we get better? Yes. Will we get better? Yes. We're just going to improve every single week. And I think that's it. Let me say this right. Go Buckeyes. OhioState.